Back This Weekend continues. Now, the South African alcohol industry recently announcing restrictions in the way it advertises. We looked at that in some detail last week. So this week, how's the industry responding and how are we filling up our glasses and with what? Let's look at some of the big trends in 2020. We're joined by Michael Lebonner, General Manager for the Inland Region at Pernod Ricard, the big French alcohol manufacturer and distributor. You are our favorite kind of guest because you have literally brought a party in a box.
This is what we do.
We're very happy to have you.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with gin, if we can.
Okay.
Everywhere you look these days, there's a gin bar opening. I see craft gin being spoken about. Everyone's drinking gin.
Right.
What's behind this move, and why has this particular type of alcohol become so popular?
So we've seen a significant trend in gin over the last 2 years. It started in Cape Town and it kind of moved its way up to Johannesburg.
Well, of
and
course
other
it
parts of South
started in
Africa.
Cape Town.
And what we see is that, gin is one of those categories which a lot of people consume with, their spouses. So it's a lot of sexes consume it. You're able to drink it however you like. In fact, we call it, people consume it like a salad. People will put, they'll put in garnish, they'll put in berries, they'll put in cucumber, they'll put in many different things.
There was a time when it was a gin and tonic over some ice and that was it.
That is correct.
You're saying this has moved in a completely different
different way. So, people are really zhuzhing up their drinks. And people want to be different, they want to be unique. And there's so many different flavors, that go into gin, which is why South Africa has over 300 different gins, of which some of them are locally crafted as well. So it's a great category, and our climate allows for it because.
And Michael, are we exporting this the locally made gin?
We are.
It's become popular with international power.
Absolutely. So Pernod Ricard acquired Inverroche a few months ago, and Inverroche is now starting to be distributed across the world, in the US, in the UK, and across other markets as well.
All right, so if I put you on the spot, what's the time now? Just after 10 o'clock this morning. So, say drinks at 12:30, 1 o'clock today.
Right.
Going to have a gin and tonic. Or gin and what else? What would you recommend?
So I would recommend probably the most premium gin there is, which is Monkey 47.
Yeah.
Monkey 47 has got 47 botanicals. It originates from Germany.
Monkey 47?
Monkey 47.
Okay.
And
Who came up with that name?
So the originator.
What does it mean?
So
Can I open it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And I'd love you to inhale all the different botanicals and flavors.
Not going to drink it.
No, you're more than welcome to.
Value my job too much.
So it's an
there's a plethora of flavors coming through.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very unique. And then on the rise, you've got pink gin.
Yeah.
So Beefeater Pink launched approximately a year ago. And
this is a classic old brand, Beefeater.
Absolutely.
They've had to leverage on and find other brand extensions now.
That is correct.
So what makes a pink gin then?
So what makes a pink gin is the flavoring, which is the pink flavoring, and how people are drinking pink gins nowadays as well as people will drink with a pink tonic.
Yeah.
So you can drink gin however you like. There's no right or wrong way to drink it.
Okay. So now let's move on to rum.
Yes.
You're claiming that rum is going to gain momentum in 2020.
Absolutely.
Again, it was also one of those drinks, if memory serves. It wasn't very fashionable, and it was kind of, I'll have the rum and coke.
Correct.
That was it. Maybe sometimes people even look down at you a little bit. I have drunk rum in Cuba, white rum,
right,
which is very different.
Absolutely.
But it's always come across as a very sweet drink. You're saying that that's also moved in a different direction.
That is
in
moving.
what way?
So rum, what makes rum exciting is the bar community.
Yeah.
So people make fantastic cocktails with rum.
Yeah.
Even though it's a dark spirit, at the moment, we've seen the rise of white spirits with vodka, the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And vodka significantly slowed down to gin. And now we're seeing rum because of how it's made.
So give me an astonishing rum cocktail. What would you recommend?
I'll be honest, I'm not a big rum consumer myself.
Okay.
But what I would say is Havana Club 7 rum, also from Cuba.
Yeah.
Very, very, unique rum, very premium. And I personally would drink it with a tonic versus drinking it with a Coke.
Yeah.
I feel like, Coke kind of dilutes the flavors. So, but it's an exciting category. You're going to find it a lot. You go to, the likes of Melville, Parkhurst, a lot of the major, influential bars as well in Cape Town. So it's a category that is now starting to get a lift.
I have sat on the waterfront in Cuba with a rum and a Cuban cigar.
Right.
and a Panama hat.
Absolutely.
I felt like Ernest Hemingway. I
don't
really
bl-
enjoyed myself.
I don't blame you.
All right, so champagne. Are
Yes.
people still drinking? That's the next one, I presume. Huh?
Champagne,
Yeah.
that is correct. Bubbles.
Bubbles,
So-
no change there, but people are also being a little bit more innovative with what they mix it with, yeah?
That's correct. So, I mean, you've seen the increase in bubbles, champagne. As a nation, we want to celebrate every milestone, and we often use bubbles, to do that. So you've seen a significant rise of champagne sales in the last 18 to 24 months, led by brands like Verve, Moet, GH Mum, which is also behind, a big partnership with the Sun Mum Met for 3 years. And, it's a lifestyle brand. A lot of people enjoy it, irrespective of the occasion, whether it's a new baby born, whether it is a celebration of life, irrespective of what that celebration is.
I know a very well-known politician who, on her birthday every year, she gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and opens a bottle of champagne, but my lips are sealed.
Cheers to her.
I'm not going to say who it is, because it'll just get me into all sorts of difficulty. What I am hearing, Michael, is if we go through this entire shelf of liquor that you've bought, it's all about, it's about new flavour, but experimenting with new flavour all the time, yeah?
So it's all about experiences. Right now we're at a time where just going to your regular bar around the corner, ordering what you're accustomed to ordering is not enough anymore. People want curated experiences, they'd like unique experiences, and as people acquire more, as their income increases as well, they want new experiences that they can share with their friends and family, and also
it's
kind
that
of boast about.
desire for the new experience that's leading the innovation.
Absolutely. You're seeing a lot of brand extensions, pack changes, and also new rituals that are coming up. I mean, one of the new rituals that we've come across in the last year was the money mix. So Usain Bolt, created this really very expensive mix, which was a glass of GH Mum champagne with Martell VSOP, and you mix the two together, a cognac and a champagne mix.
And you've no doubt tasted it, because this is in the purview of your job. You have to do this for professional reasons. What's it like?
It's amazing.
I'm sure it is. You strike me as someone who is very happy in their job. Am I right?
I love what I do.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
So-
You meet wonderful people, you meet very excited consumers, and people always want to know a lot about the industry.
And you always arrive with a box of party stuff. Final question. It's very noticeable that there is an increase in zero alcohol drinks, particularly in the beer market. Is that moved into other spaces
It
as
has.
well? Yeah, in what
So,
way?
I mean, we'll start in the beer market. I mean, you've seen the rise of 0% ABV, and Heineken, launched a 0.0% beer. Castle also similarly with I think it was a Castle Lager Zero. And then, the spirits categories are also taking those trends. So you're seeing a lot of gins that are coming onto the scene as well, because at the end of the day, some people don't consume alcohol, but they love the flavors. You've got pregnant women who still want to continue drinking alcohol, but they can't because obviously they're pregnant. And then also, the real big drive around drinking and driving, which is a really important thing in our social. In our social economic structure.
Let's be absolutely clear about this. We can have a bit of fun with a conversation like this, but underpinning all of this, and it's also about the new alcohol regulations that have been promulgated, is that we are also a nation of people that abuse alcohol.
This
no
is
one
true.
can get away from
This
that.
is
so
true.
we have to drink responsibly,
Absolutely.
and which is why this 0% alcohol thing is so important.
Absolutely, and further to that, as a nation, we become very health conscious as well. Often people look at what they eat, but they don't necessarily look at what they consume. And a lot of times, dietitians will tell you that we actually drink a lot of our carbs, or we drink a lot of,
that's very self-evident.
So, which is why you also see the rise of zero mixes, tonics that are coming with 0% sugar. So it's a very interesting landscape that we're in at the moment.
Thanks for dropping in today.
Thank you
So
very
the
much.
plan now is we're going to lock our studio door, and none of us are leaving until we've... No, we can't do that.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
Where have I
can.
heard that before? I'm Michael Lebona from Pernod Ricard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very